Okay, hey guys, so I'm back, and I'm going to be explaining the 74HC4053. This is a multiplexer and a demultiplexer, and it's really handy. So this is one of the 74 series logic parts, and so it has, I'm going to be going over how you can use it. So basically what it does is it has two inputs that let you connect to one output. So basically the way it works is it's sort of like a switch, where you have two ports on one side, in this case these two LEDs, and one port on the other side, and you can switch between them. But also, like in a switch, this way I just have stuff going into the one and either out the LEDs, but you can also have it go both ways, so stuff can go into one of the two sides and go out the other, or into one side and out of the two others, if that makes sense. So I'm going to be explaining how I got this working, okay? So what you do is, for this particular one, I'm not going to go over the exact pin connections or anything, but I am going to like what to actually do. So I can adjust this. Okay. Oops. Okay. So we have our IC here. We connect it to the power rail, and you're going to have to look at the data sheet for the actual pins. And we connect ground to the ground rail. VEE, in this case, since we're only doing digital, this part can handle analog as well, is also cool. But VEE is like your negative supply, just like on an op amp. So if you wanted to do like a negative analog, you can do that. But in our case, we don't want to do anything below ground, so we just tie VEE to ground. And E, we also tie to ground, because if E is high, nothing can get through. It's like having the switch be open, almost. Nothing can get through. So we want to keep E low. That's why we have E tied low. Okay? So, if we have a switch, here, if this is a switch, one sec. Okay, right there. Sorry, the lines are from my last video, remember, but just pay attention to the dots, okay? To this one, and this one. Okay? So, this part, this one right here, this one is sort of like one Z, okay? And these two were like one Y1 and one Y2. So one Z can either be connected to one Y1 or one Y2. And then S1 is sort of like the little lever on the switch, because S1 changes whether one Z is connected to one Y1 or to one Y2. So in this case right here, what we do is we have S1 hooked up to an Arduino, just going high, low, and that's changing which light is on. Okay, so the way I did that was, I hooked up S1, in this case not to a switch, but to a digital pin on my Arduino. 1Z is hooked to positive, okay? Because this is sort of like that first little part on the switch up there, okay? And then our two little ports here are just connected to LEDs to ground, okay? So, as you can see in my diagram up here, when S1 is high, 1Z is connected to 1Y1. And when it's low, 1Z is connected to 1Y2. So, when this port is high, say I just held it high with a button or something, then this one, 1Z, would be connected to 1Y1. There would be like a wire forming. Okay? And then, say S1 was low, pulled with a button or something, or resistor, what have you, 1Z would be connected to 1Y0, or actually, I mean 1Y2 by that, sorry. That is a mess up. Okay? And this, there's no, like, it's not like a diode, in the fact that it's not like a diode, because stuff can flow from 1Y1 to 1Z, from 1Z to 1Y1, and it doesn't have to be digital, it can be analog as well. So, and there's a couple of ports. I think in this specific example I'm using here, there is just one port used, but I think this chip has a total of a couple. But as you can see, these lights just go back and forth because it's switching them. So now if we take this one, this is our SN, and we hold it high. that must be the 1Y1 port that LED is connected to. And if we take it and we put it low into ground, the other one is on, because it's 1Y2. So you see how simple it is to actually get that, to actually change it. So now you can hook up two things to only one port. Very simple. Again, just remember that when S1 is high, 1Z is connected to 1Y1, and when it's low, 1Z is connected to 1Y2. And that'll work with like 2Z is connected to 2Y1 and 2Y2, and so on. So it's kind of like the switch in that this is 1Z, though the lever is like S1, and then the two end ports are like 1Y1, 1Y2. And remember, when using it in digital, connect E and VE to ground also. And like I said, you don't have to switch digital, it can be analog. But this is just a little example I'm using. So if we hook it back up to my little switching thing that my Arduino just said switches it from high to low, it's just a standard blink code. Okay, so thank you for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, go to my website, quicknuclearscience.webs.com. The datasheet will be in the description. Thank you for watching.